Yeah. So okay, yeah, sure.
I like that because realistically, that's probably what would happen.
Honestly, Hulk isn't touching Superman.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest here, because Superman can literally move at the speed of light. So, and Hulk. Okay, I know Hulk can move pretty fast.
Yes.
Let us give props where props is
Oh,
due.
of course. This is a
Hulk can
planetary
move very,
threat.
very fast, especially when he's coming down, from the sky or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But to be very honest, Hulk still isn't touching him.
Of course. But you have to remind people that Superman can move at the speed of light.
Yes.
In most comics, he's able
And since
to
he can move at the speed of light, he can also see at the speed of light.
Yeah.
He can see things moving at the speed of light.
Yeah.
And Hulk is not moving close to the speed of light.
Yeah, no way.
So when Hulk is coming to touch him, he's just gonna dodge it and punch him straight back to where he came from.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah, he will statue the Hulk, which means, for those of you who don't know, he moves so fast that the Hulk is a statue, right? Now, Hulk is powerful, extremely powerful, but he's not going. Ideally speaking,
Honestly,
he can't touch Superman.
I think we can probably say that Hulk and Superman's powers, in terms of strength, okay. Honestly, I think I'm giving the Hulk a little bit too much props here, but I think Hulk let's not say world breaker, but at peak anger, we could say
Yeah.
his strength could somehow match Superman's.
Well, we have to also
holding
remind
back
people.
strength.
Holding back. That's the thing. A lot of people tend to imagine Superman in the perspective of, oh, this guy, this Superman dude, is not willing to kill.
Right.
When Superman is willing, if it's a death match, a match where Superman has to kill,
Right.
Hulk can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Right. If Superman is just trying to calm the Hulk down, yeah, he'll let a few punches get to him. He'll be like, calm down. I'm not here to hurt you, type Superman thing.
Right.
But if Superman is trying to disintegrate the Hulk or get him out, there's so many things he can do.
And I think in this exact scene, the Hulk coming back to hit Superman from the sky.
Yes.
If Superman was trying to kill the Hulk, he would have dodged it, and the punch would probably be fatal.
Yeah.
from
I mean,
Superman.
when someone can move at the speed of light and can move faster than you can think, it's just not. And we're not even talking high, Superman, like the escalated versions of Superman, because there's, we're talking about basic comic Superman, where
And
Golden
if you're
Age,
gonna move
Silver
to
Age.
World Breaker Hulk, which I hear a lot of Hulk fans out there talking about,
Uh-huh.
I think it's only fair for us to move to Cosmic Armor Superman as well, or Superman
even
Prime.
Superman Prime, Superman 1 million, and at that point, you
And if you say that World Breaker Hulk is gonna beat Superman Cosmic Armor, I
Then you
think
don't
that's
know
just
comics.
intellectual dishonesty, and
It's-
you have to search deeper within yourself about what your beliefs are. It's much more than
just for those of
comics
you
at
who
that
don't know,
point.
Cosmic Armor Superman is basically the pen of the writers on paper. That's what it is. And Superman 1 million is Superman has basically been trained by God, the source. He spent 15,000 years in the sun.
I think it was 15 million, 15,000.
I think it's 15,000, and he basically has powers to recreate universe. I mean, at that point, that's cosmic level.
He's a cosmic being.
He's a cosmic being.
He's kind of someone that
And-
can one punch solo Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus is not even anything at that point. I mean, Superman, at that point, he's recreating life. He's, if we wanted to actually take it up a notch, we're talking Superman Prime, right? Or the Golden Age Superman, where he's sneezing planets away, and
Right.
he's
Solar
flying back in
systems away.
time, and he's moving at 3 times the speed of light. I mean, the comics I grew up reading, right? Yeah. Okay. What's the next one?
Okay, going to 2 minutes 55 seconds.
2 minutes 55.
Talk about Hulk's healing factor.
Yes. Okay.
So 2 minutes 55. I go back a little bit more.
2 minutes 55. Right here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I like this because this is realistic. Superman's heat
Right.
vision is not like
Yeah,
rays.
like
Superman's heat
honestly,
vision is
I feel
not,
like they've, as you talked about Golden Age Superman, like nowadays they've kind of dumbed. I don't want to say dumb, but they kind of like nerfed his
Yes.
heat vision. That
in the
it just,
more modern,
like into like
DCEU.
just it's kind of something that just pushes you away like a punch.
Mm-hmm.
But a heat vision could actually tear. It's actually comparative to the heat of the sun.
This exactly.
So with heat vision, Superman can literally obliterate cities,
yes.
worlds with his heat vision.
Yeah.
So it
And-
should take down Hulk. And of course, it's also good that they acknowledged
Yeah.
Hulk's healing factor, which is a good
It's
point.
good. It's a good point. And Superman also has healing factor, right?
That's
I
true.
mean,
That is very
Superman
true.
heals
Superman has a healing.
extremely
It
fast.
probably might be. But
I think it's at
well,
the same level with the Hulk.
Maybe
a little higher.
Higher than Hulk's healing factor.
Maybe because
'Cause-
Superman with the sun. Did you see where? Okay, let's even look at DCEU where he's so nerfed in the
Right.
DCEU, like Zack Snyder's one. He took a nuke
Right.
and got some sunscreen on him, some sunshine on him, like for like 5 seconds, and boom, it was good. A nuclear bomb, nuke, right? Like people, all these writers who maybe don't like Superman, who don't understand his history and the power sets that he comes with, the philosophical aspect of Superman.
But honestly, like if you're talking about DCEU, I don't think that a nuclear bomb would do that much damage to Superman in the first place.
DCEU is one of the most nerfed versions of Superman, and the nuclear bomb didn't do much to him. I'm just showing you that a nuke, and he was able to.
Right.
So his healing factor is incredible,
Right.
unless some writer is just doing nonsense, right? Obviously, you get those writers who
Don't really understand, Superman as well.
and don't know the history of his healing factor, what it's able to do for him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But I like how they acknowledged Hulk's healing factor, something that's normally forgotten, and also acknowledge the power of his heat vision as well. So
it's not a joke.
props to the
Animation.
Yeah, I would say the person that animated this. Because it's true. I mean, it just shows that we can talk about Superman has other abilities and whatnot, but you also have to realize that Hulk also has other abilities as well.
Yeah.
So heat vision could do quite some damage, but it's not gonna hold Hulk down to the level that.
But you have to remember, Superman, Hulk. Let's just assume Hulk has the strength of Superman. Just generally speaking, just close to that. So Hulk punching Superman is the equivalent of maybe a planet hitting Superman.
Right.
But we know Superman can bench press the Earth, the weight of the Earth
for 3 days.
For
days.
7 days.
7 days
Straight.
without breaking a sweat.
Without breaking straight.
So that means Hulk's punch to Superman wouldn't really do much.
It wouldn't really do much.
Right.
Ideally speaking. Of course, we're talking about the average versions of all of them, because if we try to go a little higher, it just makes Superman more and more powerful. I'm trying to even be nice in this, but the fact that Superman's speed is able to statue the Hulk and take him to space where he can't breathe. Now he may survive, but he can't survive indefinitely.
Right,
or take him to the sun where he may or may not survive.
Right.
Or take him to another star, maybe a star that is hotter and more dangerous.
But
because the sun would make Superman more strong.
Of those Superman, you can actually search this up. How long does it take for you to get to the sun the speed of light?
It's about 8 minutes, I think.
8 minutes long?
Yes. Speed of light to the sun. I wonder if this is 8 minutes. Yeah, I was correct. Yeah. It takes about 8 minutes.
But you have to be honest that Hulk punching Superman, but by the time Hulk realizes that he's in space, he's probably at some far planet, Venus or something. But Hulk's gonna try to fight back, and I don't think Superman.
It may not be easy to take.
It would be very difficult to take him all the way there.
Yeah.
Without a lot of resistance.
Yeah.
But you can also think about it in the sense that
space though. He can't do too much.
He can't do too much in space, right? He can't do what Superman can do in space.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's something that
because he has to figure out how to breathe, or at least how to hold his breath.
Right.
While Superman consistently punches. I mean, he can probably clap himself around, but
but
maybe
without actual air.
Yeah, to breathe and ground to stand on.
Yeah, he can't really he won't be, and if he claps, he won't be able to control his movement because he's floating in space.
Yes, exactly. Physics, right?
Right, physics, yeah. It's physics, so
yeah.
I think, but Superman is an alien.
Yeah.
So space is where he stays.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, Superman is consistently in deep mission in space.
Yeah,
Remember
he's
in Justice
always in
League
space.
mission?
Yeah.
Just whenever they don't want Superman around, they're like,
yeah,
Superman
he's
in space,
something.
deep space,
yeah,
doing
so,
something.
and he can't be back anytime soon.
Yeah.
Even though technically,
he could,
unless if he's in our galaxy, he could be here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, he could be here. maybe 30
him.
minutes he'll be here.
Less than he could. If it's not as far as the sun.
Yeah.
He could be there in 3 minutes.
Yes,
he could just be like, "Yeah, we need you right now, gang."
And we know he can go faster than the speed of light.
Right.
Right. Obviously, he doesn't do that often, and on average. Anyway, what was the other one you wanted to do so that we can wrap up?
And 7 minutes 13 seconds.
Okay, so I think a lot of people underestimate and don't even have the education of what Superman can do, and assume that he's just this Boy Scout that will not punch or not take someone out. If he were to do that, see that he won't even. Like maybe he won't easily kill the Hulk. Maybe let's give the Hulk some, but there's no way the Hulk is touching him. I mean,
Right.
it's like a kid trying to catch you as an adult. All you do is just keep letting them miss.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, he's not gonna be able to. Anyway, let's keep going. And you wanted to see this, right? Okay. Here is what you were talking about, right? This.
this is the actual. I don't know why he didn't show this more often.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm happy he showed it, but
He was probably trying to appease to both
I can go
Superman
back
and
I started again from the
Hulk
beginning.
fans too. Yeah. This is
pause-
actually what will
pause here.
happen in space too,
Yeah, and on Earth, this is probably the most honest way to animate it because that's just the truth. Hulk is not dodging Superman,
And Hulk is not touching.
Hulk is not touching him.
Superman.
It's just the best. It's just the truth.
It's honesty.
giving
if they
both
had
of
an
the character-
exactly.
Yeah. So honestly, that's most likely how the fight would go
Yes.
the whole time.
The whole time.
He would punch Hulk this way up until he returns back to Bruce Banner. Like the Hulk will be like, "Nah, bro, I'm good,"
Yeah.
and call Bruce back out.
I
It's
think
like,
a lot
"I'm
of
good."
people take Superman's power for granted. They don't know his history. And that's one of the things we want to do on this channel, which is kind of like elaborate. Like we're dealing with a god among men who chooses to keep his sword sheathed and not use his strength every time.
Definitely.
Who chooses to be a man of peace and not a man of war. Who chooses to get punched rather than hurt people. You know,
Right.
things like that. But if we're talking Superman willing to kill, I mean, there's so many battles that would end immediately, and there are few comic book characters that can go toe to toe with him.
Right.
And in fact, writers
honestly,
have to nerf him so that the story can make sense.
even
If you want to challenge, if you want to challenge yourself as a writer, write Superman and write him well. Write him with his full power sets and write him well. And you will see the challenge that because of his power set, and that's where the challenge. That's why when we see good Superman stories, we're in awe. Like what's that one that I really like, where he's in the sun? The Superman All-Star Superman, right? Like great story, right? When Superman or Batman, Superman, Public Enemy
That's why like most of his good stories
are philosophical.
they're not necessarily about him fighting someone. It's more about personality, more about
It's philosophical. It's what he chooses to do or not to do, and wrestling with that.
Yeah.
And when you put yourself in his shoes, you see the dilemma he goes through day to day as someone with all this power. Those are the best stories, and of course you have good stories too, where he's actually going toe to toe with crazy amounts of power. That's fun too. But you need to be able to know how to write him well without over nerfing him. I think it's okay as a writer to nerf him every now and then, but when you do it too much just for the sake of the story, then you're not here. He's not Superman anymore.
Yeah, and honestly, for this scene, I think that even you could say that if Superman keeps on punching Hulk, he could become stronger and more durable. But
yeah.
I think that Superman is just gonna keep on punching him, and no matter how angry he gets, it's kind of like when I was like as a kid, trying to fight someone older than you.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how angry you get, you're not touching the person. The person is stronger and
Yeah.
faster than you.
Yeah.
There's no level of anger, and especially the angry you get, the more likely you are to lose a fight.
Yeah.
So Hulk is just gonna keep on getting angrier. Superman is gonna keep on
But
kicking
the
him
thing is
around.
that there's no level
up
of
until he
Hulk
gives
that
up.
will be as fast as Superman.
There's no level
Exactly.
unless they're trying to write one. They should
Yes.
go ahead and write it. But
yeah, but
as far as we know,
then you all of a sudden you have to escalate Superman's power. You can't
Exactly.
escalate his opponent and keep him where he normally is. You
Exactly.
have to
That's
go,
just unfair.
It's
That's
unfair.
dishonest.
It's dishonest, gain. And so thank you all. Is there one more or is this it?
that's it.
Okay, well, thank you all for listening. Appreciate it. Let us know in the comments. Hulk is a great character. Don't get us wrong, but we're here to let you all know who Superman is, what he's able to do, and how he can tame the beast. Be blessed.